Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fat Money Racing Association Dash Modified Series. I'm here with my co-host Josh, and we are watching right now Billy Ray Dog. Not because he was fastest during practice, but that's just where the dial landed for this start to see who's going to be the fastest in qualifying. How you feel, Josh?
I feel great. Yeah, practice got rained out. He came a gully washer, and just the way they drive the track is phenomenal. I mean, they got the racing surface in perfect condition, and you can't even tell it rained last night or the day before.
Can't even tell it rained. You even see a little bit of dry dirt on the track there. These guys did a phenomenal job in and around the track, and they even added some dry sand that we had shipped in overnight in places, just trying to ensure that we don't get any wet tires going into some of these turns today, Josh.
I mean, yeah, phenomenal job. I mean, kudos to the track preparation and the people behind it.
Now, Billy Ray Dog, he has done pretty well here in the Dash Series in these cars. Um, you'd have to wonder if even there's a possibility he's going to be looking at a championship this season, Josh.
I mean, strong possibility. I mean, he is a strong contender, and I mean, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. You never know.
You never know. Indeed, is Billy Ray Dog's going to make his way around here. Hopefully, we can get time starting to pop up, and we can see who's going to get a good time. Another man that's done great here in the Dash Series is Brad Miller, last season champion. Brad Miller, who is got a new partner with his team, a new team name, and they have excelled this season, Josh.
Yes, they have. I mean, just definitely been raising a lot of eyebrows, and just somebody definitely want to keep an eye on.
Some of the top guys from last season not doing too hot this season. In the likes of Aaron Aldridge, who was one of the top guys at road courses here at Summit Point. I can't remember if he won, but I do believe we visited this track last season. And here we go. Times are starting to get laid down. Caden Gamble, newcomer, rookie of the season. And he's sitting right now on pole, Josh.
Just barely edging out Brett for the pole position at the moment.
Brad Aldridge is up there. Christopher Rich, another guy up there towards the top. And, man, Josh, I think it's kind of hard to keep going on here without bringing up the return of Fat Money Wrestling.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's going to be exciting right there. I mean, oh boy, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, or it already happened, depending on when you're watching this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it or are going to enjoy it. Fat Money Wrestling makes its return with Rise of the King, the PLE that establishes the King of FMW, and I believe the King gets to go on to battle for a championship at Extremapalooza, so that'll be exciting to see.
Exciting to see indeed, and like you said, judging by the time you watched it, can we crown a new king?
Or will we have a three-time king, the first in the history of FMW? It was already a first to have a two-time king back-to-back, so a three-time king back-to-back, that'll be setting a record that I don't know if ever will be beaten again, Josh.
It will be tough to touch it, I know that.
And that's why we talk about Christopher Rich right now sitting third. If this is going to be how the order stays, and we'll find out here shortly if it will. Let's go ahead and look at fourth place there. Mike Storm in that 001. Mike Storm come on to Snap-on Racing, and Snap-on Racing actually hasn't been too happy with the performance of Mike Storm. So you got to wonder if he's really trying to pull it around. But, Snap-on at first was blaming Mike Storm, but now they're starting to really look over the rest of their equipment and teams, and maybe they don't blame him as much, Josh.
Maybe not. I mean, sometimes it can be the equipment, I mean, sometimes it's just Not up to par.
Well, Caden Gamble is going to walk away with the pole. Brett Aldridge is going to be second place. Christopher Rich, third. Mike Storm, fourth. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the cars and run the order real quick. And then me and Josh will do what we do best and get paid to do. And that's keep talking. And so you see him right there sitting on the pole. We got Caden Gamble, who looks like he chose what would be the outside line, but it's going to be the inside line in the direction they're going. Josh, let's go ahead and look at the next one here. We're looking at Brett Aldridge sitting in second. We got the 59 of Christopher Rich in third. The 001 of Mike Storm in fourth. You got the 88 of Brett Rainier in sixth. With next to him, Aaron Aldridge in fifth in that number 5. You got the 24 Stephen Clark in seventh, next to the 71 of Donnie in 8. You got the 69 of Joseph Robinson next to the 27 of Jeremy Stelhorn. The 74 is long gone. The 27 has been replaced with the 74, but also Jarl just disappeared, and Jeremy Stelhorn is taking over that car for the rest of the season, with the possibility of somebody covering a couple races here and there. We got the 22 of Corey Gamble next to the 710 of Chronix High. You got the 57 of Bruno next to the 18 of Austin Kiesler. We got the 21 of Tyler Ferguson next to the 007 of Jackson Beauregard. You got the 19 of Chris Chaos next to the 54 of Brandon Cook. You got the 1 of Rory Thompson next to the 98 of Brad Miller. You got the 387 of Trey Fanta next to the 26 of Barry Sternparts Jr. And this will be the last race that he's driving the 26 in this series, Josh. That 26 is going to be changed to a 74. You got the 7 of Christian Gunn next to the 00 of Billy Ray Dog. And then you got the 99 of Chris Michaels to bring up the rear. Now let's talk about a couple things here. Let's talk about Jarl just disappearing. And Rich Money Racing was kind enough to lend Jeremy Stelhorn to Brainbuster Motorsports to compete in the SK and in the Grand Stock Series, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, not sure what went down there. I'm sure in time we will hear something, but definitely odd.
And then you got Joseph Robinson, who is one of the owners of that team there, in the 69, which I don't know why our camera's not. Are these the best camera views we got, guys? All right, this will work. Joseph Robinson there in the 69, the owner of that team. He is just as confused as we are, Josh, about what happened to Jarl. But the 27, they switched to the 27 for the 74 because Barry Sternparts Jr. Made a deal with Brainbuster Motorsports, and he's going to be putting the 74 on that 26, Josh.
Okay.
Another thing we can talk about is Caden Gamble. Caden Gamble here, right now he's only racing in this series for... What just happened there? Sorry about that. He's only racing in this series for Gamble Motorsports currently, I believe. And here soon, I believe this next season, they're looking to bring him up. Maybe one more division, maybe all the way up. He's going to work his way up to the main division. He did have an opportunity to drive the All-Star race for Brainbuster Motorsports, which was going to be possibly a one-time deal with some work to be done with a contract between Corey Gamble and Jeff Beck. But it ended up falling through. Caden Gamble said, look, I'm just going to stick with what I got, and we will try our best to get me where I want to be in the years to come, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Oh, jeez, never mind. Yeah, I know. It's gonna be interesting to see his upcoming because I mean, I do see him racing another series soon, and just like you've been saying, I see him rising up and doing great.
Brainbuster Motorsports, something that Jeff Beck released in the interview was that they were starting to build the company around Jarl. They were expecting Jarl to be the man to carry them into the next several seasons, but also help them in getting a full field in at least one series. But with the disappearance of Jarl, you really got to wonder exactly what's going on, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you bring it up. You said it a few times already. The disappearance, and you do wonder, where has he gone? What happened?
Nonetheless, Barry wanted to give this SK one more run with the 26 on it, just to kind of, he won the first ever championship, not here in the SKs, but for FMRA, he won the first ever championship of anything getting started with that 26 on him, and he wanted to at least do it justice with one more race, Josh.
Yeah, yeah, give it a proper send off, and who knows, he might wind up in feature lane. It would not be a fitting way to top off and give that number a send off.
It definitely could be. We'll see what happens. Right now, the main focus for everybody watching should be that 95 of Brett Aldridge next to the 722 of Caden Gamble, because this is where the race will be decided at the start on who's going to take lead and where things are going to end up, who's going to be in that second place spot when the line starts to form and the battle really starts, Josh.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. A good restart is key in getting those key positions and that key spot on that track to where you can be successful. I mean, a good restart can either make or break your day.
Now, normally we make left turns. This is going to be some right turns in here today, and you just got to wonder if these boys are ready, because when the spotter yells inside, they're actually going to be talking about what would be the outside. If you're confused on direction.
Absolutely. I mean, this definitely throws a wrench into what you normally would see. Pace car dips off the pit road.
Caden gets a good jump, but this could be where it all changes down the straightaway. No. Look at Caden take off.
Wow, what a jump he has.
Into the corner. And Rich is hot on the tail of Caden Gamble. You're watching the Dash Series, and this will, in fact, be what the series was designed around, a dash here at the Summit Point Raceway, because, when we do oval tracks, it's a 50 lap. Sometimes you'll see these guys at least pit once. But here on these tracks, it's 10 laps. Unless there's a caution, we're not bunching them back together, Josh.
You're absolutely right. Dash, and that's exactly what it is a dash, as you said. And this is what the fans pay to see. This is what the fans want to see.
When you buy a ticket to the FMRA, if you get the ticket that gets you into all three series, the SK normally comes free with the purchase of both Sunday and Saturday night tickets, and you can go see the Friday night festivities here with the Dash series of these SK Modifieds, Josh.
Yeah, they get they have getting tongue tied. They do have things going on around the track before and after the races, and it's more like like when the fair comes to town. You have carnival rides and even a free concert from that time to time, and it's pretty nice.
Another thing the FMRA does differently is the pits are open to everyone. Yeah, you can't just walk right up and put your hands on cars and stuff, but There's fencing around the areas that you're allowed to walk, and as long as you stay inside that fencing, you can go anywhere inside the pits. They do close it at the start of the race, and they open back up when the race ends. But as long as you buy a general admission ticket, you can go to the pits and possibly meet your favorite driver, Josh.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But we got a race for second place right now. Look at Rich and Brett racing side by side.
Brett Aldridge's car coming in here later in the run. You see him falling back towards the start, but now he's starting to get a run here. Rich just has a really fast Ferrari as well. We'll see what happens here. Going into that corner, Brett's obviously going to get a little bit of the lead. Rushes Rich up the track. Going to take second place away, Josh.
Second place indeed. I mean, Brett's car may be set up for the long run, in which that might be a fantastic way to have your car set up at this, as dirt flies up at this particular track.
There's that dry dirt and sand that we had brought in and put in several places that we thought were a little moist, especially around them corners. You can see it there a lot better. Just to ensure that nobody hit a little slick spot and then and ruin their day, Josh.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to see that with any competitor, any driver out there. We want to see a good, clean race and hopefully a great finish.
Right now, Brett Aldridge in second place, trying to work his way up to the man in first, Caden Gamble, who is just running away with this thing. Look at that.
Yeah, he's got a sizable lead, and it may look like it's growing.
I don't know if it is or not, but I do know one thing. If any of these guys are going to catch him, it is going to be a miracle. We're 4 laps into this 10-lap race here at Summit Point Motorsports Park, and I'm excited to see what the rest of the weekend holds, Josh.
I'm excited as well. I mean, you know, we got all the weather out of the way. The rain moved in, it's moved out, and we got a beautiful weather for the rest of the weekend. And hopefully that translates to beautiful racing out there on the track.
Well, Caden Gamble, rookie, right now doing what he was paid to do, and that is lead this race, possibly win it. We'll see. Can't say he's going to win it yet with 5 laps to go, I believe. Or no, sorry. We're about to be on lap 5. Where? I thought we were crossing the line there. Is it right here?
It's right.
It just passed it. So,
Yeah.
okay, 6 laps to go here. Summit Point Motorsports Park. We do see some jockeying for position here. Let's go ahead and go back to Aaron Aldridge, who has worked his way up here. He is now sitting 5th place. Right behind him, the 27 of Jeremy Stelhorn. I mean, you get handed off by your team, essentially. Kind of like, not really handed off, kind of like offered up, right?
Yeah.
And you have to go work for a whole new team. You're still working for the other team in Truck Series, but, I mean, you still got to get used to this team, right, Josh?
Yeah, you still got to get used to it, you know, and they do things different from what your other team does, and it's a bit of a learning curve, and it's difficult. It can be difficult at times.
Brett Aldridge still trying to catch Caden Gamble. He's pulled away from Rich a little bit, but I don't know. Caden Gamble.
I don't think he gaining on Caden at all.
Tuning into the spotter in our ear, you can just hear him say, "Stay cool, run your race, you're doing great." Not really giving him much advice here, just kind of like just re-encouraging him that he's doing everything right, Josh.
Well, at this moment, what kind of advice can you give him? He's doing everything right. He's doing everything he needs to do. There's really nothing to say. If you give him some advice, you're going to hinder him. that was a cool angle. I like that.
Right now, watching the 722 lead this race, the 95 that Brett Aldridge still in second. That Cactus Jack Racing 95 Ford with Dirty Mo radio on that beautiful car. And then you got Christopher Rich right behind him still in third place. Ferrari having one of their best showings here tonight, besides a couple other races ago. They did fairly well as well. And then right here we got Mike Storm in that 001 holding on to fourth. But here in the Dash Series, the only way to win is to win money is to be in top three, Josh.
Yeah, top three on. Yeah, that's our only pay and positions here in the dash, and everybody's jockeying for a pay and position.
4 laps to go. Caden Gamble is still the one to beat. You got Brett Aldridge, Christopher Rich, Mike Storm, Aaron Aldridge up in top 5, but top 3 is all that pays. So you see these boys still trying their best here. Aaron Aldridge has the 27 of Jeremy Stelhorn peeking to the outside. He's saying on the radio that he just can't get the darn thing forward. What do you think about that, Josh?
It's just the way the ball bounces and cookie crumbles, as my 5th grade teacher would say.
There's Stephen Clark making a big pass.
Ooh.
On the 27, pushing him up, and he's going for broke here.
All in, man. Look at that.
We're not allowed to say his age, but one of the youngest drivers here in this series for sure.
Oh, okay.
They have rules against saying his age.
Yeah, this is I don't even know his age, but that's news to me.
You got guys pulling up here, the 71 of Donnie, the 88 of Brett Ryanier is 8th place. You got the 69 Joseph Robinson in 9th. And then right there is Austin Kiesler, who I believe is just happy to have a running car this late in the race, Josh.
Yeah, he is. I mean, you know, he's been having a string of bad luck here lately, and although he may not be running up near the top, I'm pretty sure he's smiling just to be still racing at this moment.
We're 2 laps to go. We're just waiting now for Caden Gamble to cross that line to the white flag, and this boy may go pole to checkered flag as a rookie.
That's something right there.
All eyes on Caden Gamble with a lead of 2.9 in rising. And here we go. The white flag is in the air.
Yeah, and that lead has grown.
Brett Aldridge trying a different line there, I believe just hoping.
That's all he's doing at the moment is just hoping. But his best bet is not to go for that win, but keep Rich behind him because without a miracle, he ain't catching that leader.
Caden Gamble ran this track absolutely phenomenal. Gamble Motorsports may have themselves a boy who is destined for road courses. We'll have to see. That right tire wasn't even on the ground, Josh.
No, it reared up a little bit, and but no harm, no foul.
He just flowing through there like a hot knife through butter.
Here he comes to the checkered flag. If I'm
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The end of the race. Caden Gamble walks away victorious. Good job, Caden. Brett Aldridge in second. Christopher Rich in third. Mike Storm in fourth. Aaron Aldridge, fifth. Stephen Clark, sixth. Jeremy Stellhorn, seventh. 71 of Donnie in eighth. The 88 of Brett Rainier in ninth. And the 69 of Joseph Robinson, 10th. Go ahead and pause the screen if you want to see where your drivers have ended up. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch you guys tomorrow for the Sportsman Series.